I guess, kind of what happened early on and what your mindset was to be hurt right at the start of the fight.
Yeah, in my second takedown attempt, he got me with uppercut. I didn't felt dizzy, but my eyes closed, and that was unlucky in the beginning of the fight, really early, but was something that happens, and I just keep going and I keep trying to do my best. Was very hard to grab his leg, was really slippery, and he was defending pretty well.
Was your vision impacted at all as the fight was going on? I mean, could you see out of that left eye?
Yeah, a little bit, but I don't think that was the reason that, impact. I think he did the perfect game plan, and I was trying to pressure, and I also connect some punches, but wasn't enough to make him feel and to connect my takedowns.
I'm sure you heard the crowd during the fight. Was that disappointing at all? Because it seemed to be more, I think, aimed towards him, that he wasn't coming forward to finish the fight versus necessarily your efforts, which are always what you do.
Yeah, I was trying all the fight. The 5 rounds I was trying, and I came here to win. I have no excuse, but I tried to pressure all the fight. I got some punches, but I tried to pressure, tried to take him down, tried to punch him all the 5 rounds.
And last thing for me, it was such a long road to get here. I think a lot of people wonder what comes next for you. I know this is very early, but I mean, do you see yourself getting back in there? I mean, you worked so hard to get back to this title fight. Is there a possibility that was the last time we'll see you, or do you feel like you still have this passion to do this?
No, unfortunately to the guys in my division, I will keep going, and I have more energy, to burn, and I want to keep going a little bit more, and I don't know, let's see what happens. They are thinking about opening 165, 175, let's see. I never give up, and I will, I come to this fight with 5 weeks notice, and I leave this fight with my head up.
Demian, back here. He clearly grabbed the fence twice when it looked like you could have scored on takedowns. The first time he got a warning, the second time looked like it was missed. How frustrating is that to you, knowing how difficult it was to take him down when that clearly happened on times when you could have succeeded, and how do you think it would have changed the fight?
It's hard to say ifs, but if I could take him down at least once, I knew that, I had a chance to submit him, or at least to make him really tired and hard to come back. But rules are rules. If he grabbed the fence once and the referee just give a warning and don't deduct a point, that's the rule, so I have nothing to complain. If they change the rules, like, you grab the fence and right away they deduct a point, then will be better, I think, for me at least. But the referee always give a warning before, and it happens before in other fights. And of course it can change the way that the fight goes, but it's always if, so I don't know.
Demian, your technique and your strategy of taking guys down has been successful, for the last 7 fights, taking down some of the best guys in the division. Can you explain a little bit the difference between the guys that you took down before, Carlos, Matt, Gunnar, and then Tyron, who you couldn't take down?
Yeah. I think there is two things playing a role here. Every fight that I won from the last 7 fights, I went to train wrestling in the United States in New Jersey. And for this fight, I couldn't do that because it was so short notice. It was just 5 weeks. So, of course, this played a little role. One of my coaches, Coach Hammer, he came to Brazil. He lives in New Jersey, and he came to Brazil to help me. But it's always better when you come here. And when I come here and train at Edge, because I train with all those top-level wrestlers like I did for my previous 7 fights before this one. And the other thing is that his balance, or his center of gravity, is very low, and he's really strong. And of course, it's play a role that makes harder to take him down. So I need to be really sharp to take him down. And he defended well. He defended pretty well the takedowns. I couldn't do a variation that I usually do and take him down or go to his back.
And going into the fight, obviously Tyron was mentioning that you're a specialist in jiu-jitsu. He was calling himself a specialist in MMA, but when he put you on the ground in the second round, he chose not to follow you there. What does that really say about a guy that calls himself a specialist in MMA, but is sort of not willing to go to the ground with you?
Oh, he of course he's smart. It's his game plan. He's never gonna go. It was not an option for him. He knew if he was going to the ground with me, it would be much harder for him. That's why he's a smart competitor, and I have nothing but respect for him. I like I said, I don't want to give any excuse. I just came there. I did my best and I lost.
And I'm just curious, which title fight was more frustrating for you, to fight Anderson or to fight Tyron this time?
No, I think Anderson for sure, because Anderson I couldn't do too much. I was hard to close the distance with him. With Tyron try. How can I say? I think it was a little bit more. More, back and forth, this fight tonight.
Demian?
Fala, Thiago.
Ele mencionou essa luta, né? Bom, foram suas duas oportunidades de disputar o cinturão. É claro que são situações completamente diferentes, mas as duas terminaram por pontos. Vocês, vamos dizer, lutas frustrantes e vaiado pela torcida. Você acha que, de alguma forma, um pouco triste pode, de repente, marcar a sua carreira? Ou se acha que isso pode, de repente, atrapalhar no futuro para conseguir novas chances?
Não, eu acho que... Eu acho que o que aconteceu foi... Eu não sinto que eu fui vaiado hoje. Eu sinto que talvez acho que ele foi vaiado por andar muito para trás. E eu acho que o legado que eu trago, que eu trouxe do jiu-jitsu para o MMA é uma coisa que está construída. E eu não acho que isso vai mudar na minha vida no médio e no longo prazo. Eu vou continuar trabalhando com jiu-jitsu, vou continuar fazendo meus projetos. E não acho que eu saio pior dessa luta. Eu perdi, como todo mundo perde, né? Até acho que eu poderia ter ganho 2 rounds, ele 3, mas ele é o campeão do mundo, não era uma luta fácil, eu sabia disso. Eu cheguei lá para fazer o melhor e não é todo dia que a gente ganha. Eu vinha ganhando 7 lutas seguidas e uma hora você perde.
Certo. Minha última pergunta. Você mencionou, de repente, essas novas categorias que estão por vir. Você tem algo mais concreto que você possa dizer? Qual te interessaria mais e se, de fato, é um dos seus planos para o futuro próximo?
Na verdade, assim, tem que ver se o UFC vai adotar essas categorias, né, cedo. Mas se adotar, eu acho que 175 poderia ser uma opção, ou até mesmo 165 se eu conseguisse bater o peso. Mas eu não sei ainda, não tenho essas informações ainda de quando que o UFC vai adotar essas categorias novas.
Demian, how is your eye feeling?
It's good, it's just swallow, but my eye is just, the skin outside here, and my eyes is all healthy, there's no problem. It's like, I think in 5 days it will gone and I will be all good again to train.
So nothing broken?
No, nothing broken. It was just, a short punch that got me on my takedown attempt the second time, and that's what hurt my eyes, the skin below my eyes. But I have nothing hurt in my head or my face or my bones, nothing.
Were you able to see out of that eye throughout the fight?
Oh yeah.
So
There's nothing with
you.
my eye.
Okay.
It's just the under the skin. I was able to see during the fight. In one point when it's closed, it's kind of sometimes a little blurry because of all the lights, and it's a little bit hard. But you can keep going.
And I know you say that you leave with your head held high, but do you believe that if you would have had more time to prepare for this fight, that you would have won? Do you feel like the fight would be drastically different if you had a normal training camp for a title fight?
Yeah, of course. if you think about probabilities, I think I would increase my probability to win the fight if I had more time, a longer camp. But I don't want to complain. That was my chance, and I accept the chance. I came here and did what I need to do.
Damian, cage side, it appeared that the low kicks had an effect on your movement. Was that the case? Did that become a factor in the later rounds?
The Tyron low kicks?
Yes, the couple of low calf kicks. That
No, I didn't feel at all. I think he threw how many? Like 2, 3?
2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel at all. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, Damian, how big of a factor was his speed and power on your jiu-jitsu game and executing it well enough to get him down and get him into your realm?
I think it was not the speed, but more the power. The hips and the hip defense that was hard, and how he escape and pull his leg. That was hard. I don't think. I knew his punches and I knew what he was going to do. I was able to block most of the punches and I was able to get him with some punches also. But I think the power of his hips and how he defends takedown, that's what was hard. And during the fight started to get really slippery, so was getting even harder.
And if given a longer time to train for this fight, what do you think you could have done to better prepare for that power?
Yeah, what I said, maybe for sure if I had more time I would come to United States for a couple weeks like I always do, to the Edge Academy to train wrestling in New Jersey for a couple weeks. And it's always a big factor on my camp.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Good night.